Hello everybody, this is Pastor David coming to you from the Community Church of Mount Pleasant in Mount Pleasant, North Carolina. Right here in our office building here. And I want you to know there's trucks outside, there's plumbers out there that are working on our new worship building. And so they're cutting concrete and the work is underway. And folks, it's just a matter of time now before we are able to move from the elementary school, which we love, over to our new building here at the mill, and we will be here at the mill for all of our services, for all the events. Our fall festival is already scheduled here. We will have a facility now which can take up to probably 400 people, so we can do lots and lots of events over here on this campus right here in Mount Pleasant. So boy, it's just an exciting time. I found out a bit of information Sunday night. We were in our prayer and planning session, and we had 4 new members Sunday. And I asked one of our guys, I said, I wonder how many members we have now. And he pulled it up out of our database. We have 300 members of the Community Church of Mount Pleasant, which I had no idea. I just, we don't focus a lot on numbers, but it sure is interesting and encouraging when we talk about what God has done. 3 years, 300 members of the Community Church of Mount Pleasant. I'm just amazed by that, and I know there's lots of churches bigger, but it's not about that. It's about the fact that people feeling compelled to come here and worship and give their life to Christ and begin to grow toward being a disciple of Jesus Christ, and that's what we want to happen here at the Community Church. So, really exciting time in the life of our church. We're praying this week. I'm praying for you, and I hope you're getting ready for Hurricane Florence. I do not know what kind of an impact that's going to have here in the greater Charlotte area. It looks like we'll have some weather, rain, wind. Who knows? We just don't know at this point, but be ready. Get ready. And we're being prepared here if we needed to help people at the community church. And just be praying and be alert and be wise and be careful. So it's going to be a great week, great weekend. A couple things coming up. Saturday is our Night of Hope. This is where we partner. We do this each year. We partner with our ministry in Nicaragua, Farrell Burton and his staff. And we'll meet with them and we'll do basically this is a fundraiser for them to help their Hope Project. They have a school and they provide so much for the children over there in Nicaragua and a church. And so this Saturday night, 5 o'clock, at our old property out off of Dutch Road. And I hope you can come. You would really be encouraged. This Saturday night, 5 o'clock, it's going to be a great time, Night of Hope. Sunday night, we do this quarterly. We have a leadership training time right here at the mill during our prayer and planning time, 6 o'clock, right here. It's called Ignite, and we want to ignite you as a leader. And we'll do some training, real practical, and this time we're going to talk about the 7 B's of leadership. We're going to talk about Velcrohesion, how we can stick to people, and then we're also going to talk about determining the needs of our community. Sunday night, here at the mill, 6 o'clock. I hope you can come. It's going to be a great time. This Sunday morning, we will wrap up our current series on Rise Up and Build. I hope you can come Sunday morning. If you don't have a place to be, you can come and you'll hear our final number 7 sermon. And we have a motto. We're going to have a special time this Sunday. It's going to be our Rise Up and Build offering. And for this project, working on upfitting this building, we're going to have an opportunity for anyone to give, to contribute, not just their tithe, but a special offering above their tithe to go toward this upfitting of this building. No pressure, no guilt. Just if the Lord leads you to give, you do something. You give from your heart. You give generously. If not, that's okay. But that's going to all happen Sunday morning, and it's going to be a time of rejoicing. We're going to celebrate the finishing of the walls around the city of Jerusalem. All right, that's a lot. I want to read you a passage today. Now, I've been thinking. Do you know what the date is today? It is September 11. 9/1. September 11. And I remember 17 years ago, I've been reading things on articles and YouTubes and Facebook messages about 9/11. I remember graphically that day. I remember everything about that day. I remember how I felt. Emotions, fear, anger, felt a lot of that. And then this passage came to my mind, and I want to share it. And really, it's about more than 911. Psalm chapter 18, verse 6. I want to read a couple verses here. In my distress. That's what verse 6 says. Psalm chapter 18, the psalmist is writing, and he says this, in my distress. Let me ask you, what do you do in your distress? Guess what? You and me and everybody, we're going to face a time of distress, a time of trauma, just like 911. When those planes came and flew through the towers, and it was a tragedy. It was a national tragedy. It was painful and hurtful and harmful. That was a time of distress for us as a country and us as individuals. Let me ask you a question. What do you do in the time of your distress? When you are troubled, it may not be 911 for you. It may be a marriage, a child, a death, a job, a relationship. There's a time of distress that's happened to you, or it's going to happen. It's a time of trouble, a troubled time. Listen to verse 6. In my distress I called upon the Lord, and I cried unto my God. Have you ever just cried out to the Lord? Say, God, I don't know what to do but cry. I can't stop the tears, the emotions, the trauma. I need to just cry out to you. I don't know what else to do. In my distress I called upon the Lord and cried unto my God. He heard my voice out of his temple, and my cry came before him even unto his ears. I cried to my God in my time of trouble, and he heard me. Here's the principle. At the heart of a crisis, we need help. We can't fix everything by ourselves. We can't fix stuff by ourselves. Sometimes we got to cry out for help. We need help. Listen, don't try to do everything yourself. You can't do it. You can't do it. Here's the question. Who do you turn to in your time of trouble? Who do you turn to? Boy, the psalmist gave us a great example. He said, in my distress, I cried out to the Lord, and he heard me. We all have the strongest ally possible in our God our Father. He's the creator of the universe. The rest of this chapter, and I won't take the time to read it, it talks about how great this God is. It really gives the qualifications of our greatest ally, our good Father. He is capable, he is qualified, he is able to help us in our time of trouble. I remember 911. God listened to us pray. He listened to us cry, and he helped us. And I remember there was a lot of unity that came from that time. There was a lot of people that came together because we were all kind of broken. That can happen today. Whatever your time of trouble is, cry out to God, your ally, your greatest help. When nobody else understands, when nobody else can help you, can understand what your problem is, God listens to you, he hears you, and he will help you. Can I encourage you today? If your time of trouble is now, if it's not, but it will be someday, you call out to God. He is qualified to be your greatest ally. Turn to the scriptures, bow on your knees, with your tears, cry out to the Lord, and he'll listen to you, and trust him. Be encouraged today. God is our helper in our time of trouble. I hope you can come and see us this Sunday. I hope you might want to come see us Saturday night at our Night of Hope. It's going to be a great day Sunday. Pray for us in our Rise Up and Build offering, and I hope you can join us Sunday morning. God bless you. Thank you for joining us today.